Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, and survivors beneficiaries. A massive raise to your monthly benefits as a result of a new report that was just released. I have all the details, what you need to know, and all the numbers for you right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, a massive raise to monthly benefits is exactly what we all need right now. Sounds good to me. How about to you? Where do I sign and how soon can I get it? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about right here in this video as a result of this new report that was just released, and I'm also going to be going through all the numbers for you right here in the video to let you know what this could look like to your monthly benefits going forward. So let's get into it and discuss all the details. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video. I am your one and only daily advocate, and I am very much dedicated to you and this community to continue keeping you updated with everything going on right now during this very busy time, especially as it pertains to your monthly benefits, money, benefits, raises to benefits, reform to all these very important programs, new pieces of legislation, checks, stimulus, and anything else that may be coming up right here, right now that we can take advantage of during this very busy time. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward during this very busy time, and I'll continue to be here for you right by your side to help you out in any way that I possibly can, as that's my commitment and my dedication to you and the community, and of course, I'm sticking to it. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and discuss all the details of this new report. All right, so we've got some big stuff going on right here. In fact, as a result of all of this information that continues to hit the wire each and every day, including all of this economic data, it's actually getting to be pretty good here. So as a result of everything going on, I know it's easy to look out there and think, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Like, it's not all that great, right? But again, at the end of the day, if we have to look for a silver lining in anything, as a result of what's going on, we'll also produce a massive, massive raise to monthly benefits, which, like I said, would include Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, and of course, survivors, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. So I want to get into the details of this report, let you know what they're now thinking and what they're now suggesting based on their preliminary numbers. And then, of course, I want to tell you what this would actually translate into in regards to your monthly benefit. I can tell you this much, it's pretty big here, right? All right, so let's talk through the details. This new report is suggesting, as a result of the economic data, with all this inflation that's going on right now, what analysts and experts are predicting going forward, we could be looking at a 10.8% raise to the cost of living adjustment, otherwise known as COLA, for all of the beneficiaries, which again encompasses about 70 million beneficiaries across all of these programs. Well, that's a huge raise, right? Just to put it into perspective, the last raise that we saw anywhere remotely close to this was back in 1981, where it was over 11%. So, as you can see here, we're working with numbers right now that we have not worked with or even talked about in about 41 years. So this is actually pretty big, right? This is massive. So as a result of that, I want to talk you through some general numbers here and what this could look like as a raise to your monthly benefits going forward. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be using some round numbers here, and I'll give you kind of, what it's going to look like based on these round numbers. And again, for the most part, everybody's benefit is a little bit different, but at the same time, I want to give you these round numbers, and this will get you within just a few dollars of where your benefit would be. Now, again, as we do get the official numbers and the percentages out of Social Security, then of course I can come back and run exact numbers for you and let you know exactly what it's going to look like. But as of right now, let's kind of get within a couple dollars here just to give you a better idea of what this is going to look like going forward based on a 10.8% raise. Again, that's huge, right? So let's run through these numbers here really quickly, and then on the other side here in just like 1 minute time, of course, I want to run through some other things we need to take into consideration as well, and then I'll talk about some other specific details about all of these numbers. All right, so in the event of getting a $600 monthly benefit, applying a potential 10.8% raise to that would increase benefits by $64 every single month from $600 to $664. It's pretty nice, right? Now, if you're receiving a $700 monthly benefit, applying a potential 10.8% raise to your monthly benefit would give you a raise of $75 every single month, from $700 to $775 per month. Next, an $800 benefit. If you're receiving $800, applying a potential 10.8% raise to your monthly benefit would increase your benefits by $86 every single month, from $800 to $886. That's a lot, right? Now we're talking about some serious cash here. All right, next, a $900 benefit. If you're receiving a $900 benefit, applying a potential 10.8% raise to that would increase your benefits by $97 every single month, from $900 to $997. You're almost at $1,000 a month. That's incredible, right? All right, next, one more example. If you're receiving a $1,000 benefit, applying a potential 10.8% raise to that benefit would increase your benefits by $108 every single month, from $1,000 to $1,108 every single month. Now you can see here, we're dealing with some serious numbers. I mean, we're talking a lot of extra money on a monthly basis. And then, of course, if we run the calculations on any of those numbers out on an annualized basis, we're talking, again, about a lot of money going forward. Almost $1,000 for most of those people there and all those examples I just gave. Now, here's another silver lining that I want to point out for you, which is this. Based on some information that we got out of CMS, which is Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and of course, some of the other announcements out of the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the administration and all kinds of other people that have been coming out talking about this, here's what we do know going forward. There is likely not going to be a raise to the Medicare Part B premium for next year in 2023, which again, we'll see about that, right? I'm still coming out here saying, I don't know if I believe that. Again, I'm very skeptical about that just because we've seen this play out before where they tell us one thing and then they pull the rug and they say, just kidding, we're going to raise it on you, just kidding. So my point is, I don't buy it until I actually see it, okay? So now we're a few months out from this, but based on the information that they've come out and actually told us, there's likely not going to be a raise to the Medicare Part B premium. And if there is one, it's likely going to be very small, and possibly in the rare instance, we could potentially see Medicare Part B premiums maybe go down. Now, again, I wouldn't bank on that, not whatsoever. If anything, I would say benefits will likely stay the same. And if they go up, it's likely going to be very minor, again, according to what they're telling us. And maybe in the rare off chance they might go down a teeny tiny bit. But again, we'll see about how this whole thing shakes out. But here's what's really cool about this. In the event that we do get a massive raise, which we already know we're going to get a pretty big raise, regardless of what the percentage is, whether it's 8.6%, 9.1, 9.3, or possibly even 10.8, doesn't really matter what it's going to be. It's all going to translate into a pretty big raise. Obviously, the more the better, the more the merrier, whatever all the sayings are. We all know the drill, right? The more the better at the end of the day. Okay, we get that. However, we do know this. With that being said, the massive raise is likely going to be coming. But with all these other announcements that we've been receiving, we also may not be seeing a Medicare Part B premium increase, which also means, guess what? You might get to keep every last penny of your COLA raise. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, I don't really know if this is actually going to be how it shakes out, but this is what they're telling us based on the most recent reports and all the preliminary numbers. So we might get to keep every last dollar of the COLA raise, which would almost be unheard of. When was the last time you got to keep every last dollar? Never? Yeah, that's the right answer. I think the answer is never, right? Because every time we get a COLA raise, what happens is Medicare Part B premiums are jacked up, and basically it takes away the entire raise that we get from the COLA. Of course, with the exception of this year, 2022, because it was 5.9%, maybe we got to keep a few extra dollars each and every month. And then again, one more thing I want to throw out there as well. I do completely understand this as well, which is for those of you who receive SNAP benefits, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Of course, they also reduce your benefits as well because now your income has gone up and we're all rich, right? No, that's not the case at all. But that's basically how they look at it is, hey, they got a raise. Let's lower their benefit because now these people are flush with cash, right? No, that is not the case at all. I don't know where the logic comes in by reducing benefits for fixed income beneficiaries. Again, I don't get it, but again, that's just me. I like to think very logically, and for me, that does not make logical sense. But again, maybe they'll make a change about that, but It's also something I need to take into consideration because it is something that may actually be happening. Anyway, these are the details that I wanted to share with you right here in this video. Of course, as we do get the final details on all of this inflation data that will be released between the 3 very important months, July, August, and September, as we continue to collect all of these data points as far as the inflation, the CPIW readings, the CPI readings, all of this, and what it all comes into, that is what is going to indicate how much the raise is going to be in 2023. One more side note. I totally understand for many of you reaching out down in the comments section saying, we need a raise now. Who cares about 2023? We need the raise now. I totally get it. We do need the raise now. But at the end of the day, I want to throw this out there. Do we care about what's going to happen to our benefits in the future? I think the answer is yes. If they came back today and said, sorry, 0 raise, would we all be upset? Oh yeah, we'd be upset, right? We'd be very upset with that. But if they came back and said, it's going to be an 8% raise, it's going to be a 9% raise, it's going to be a 10.8% raise, are we going to be upset then? Well, we might be looking at the situation saying it's not enough. We could look at it that way, or we could say, wow, I'm so grateful that at least with all this inflation, they've come to their senses and actually raised benefits at a moderate pace to keep up with all this inflation. And again, at the end of the day, it's our future, it's our livelihood, it's our money, it's our benefit, it's what we see in our bank account. So yeah, we care. It's a big, big deal. Even though it's out a few months from now, I totally understand. It's out there, but we still need it, and it's going to be coming in the future. And this is not something that needs congressional approval. This is something that they will already do because this is within the rules and what they've already written into Social Security, which is giving an annual cost of living adjustment based on inflation. So hope that kind of clears it up. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be to help you out, to keep you updated with everything going on, as well as make sure that you're grabbing as much money, benefits, raises to benefits, checks, programs, stimulus, and anything else we can possibly get our hands on. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos right here on the channel. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. Thank